You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome to Be Humane on Pet Life Radio. This is your host, Dr. Robin Ganzert. This episode is, I can guarantee, heartwarming and heartfelt as we are celebrating today in our Washington, D.C. headquarters a packing party. Yes, a packing party for care packages and provisions for our patriotic pups and their military personnel. Yes, American Humane Association is thrilled that today we partner with the fine organization, Military Working Dog Team Support Association, to prepare vitally needed care packages for hundreds of military dog teams around the globe. You know, there are hundreds of military dog teams serving on U.S. military bases around the world today, but some of these teams only have a rucksack to live out for weeks at a time. So American Humane Association and our Canine Battle Buddies program is teaming up with Military Working Dog Team Support Association to provide for care packages to these heroes, containing vital necessities as well as the comforts of home. Our organizations are holding a special packing party here today in Washington, D.C., and we're going to box up over 200 care packages and assemble them and ship them. And this theme of this care package is Super Bowl. Yes, because we're celebrating the Super Bowl and certainly the football season. Each package for a dog and handler contains their favorite things from home and will certainly be packed with love by volunteers. You know, America's brave military working dogs live, fight, and sleep with their human handlers, and they forge a bond that cannot easily be broken. These teams each save an estimated 150 to 200 service members, both on and off the battlefield. And it's our duty to support these Canine Battle Buddies team that keep America safe. You know, friends, we're the home of the free because of the brave. And our brave service members on the front line, especially those dog handlers, are really at the tip of the spear. And they're doing so much every day to keep us safe and to keep our country strong. American Humane Association is honored to work with the MWD TSA to provide for these care packages to active duty military dog teams because we've long admired their committed group of dedicated volunteers, and we share their goal of honoring heroes on both ends of the leash. American Humane Association is also very proud to be the grant partner, paying for the postage to ship these care packages, and we look forward to supporting this effort in the years to come. So today's episode is devoted to care packages for our military working dog teams serving in the front lines in the War on Terror. We're just so proud of their service, both human and canine. And today, this entire episode is devoted to heroes on both ends of the leash. Friends, we'll be right back with interviews with Nikki, the president of MWD TSA, and our wonderful volunteers who come from all parts of the country to our D.C. headquarters today to pack these care packages with hope, compassion, and love. We'll be right back. You're listening to Be Humane on Pet Life Radio.
We'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned.
At Red Barn, our pet food ingredients work overtime. They aren't just there for show. Dandelion greens work to maintain a healthy digestive system. Salmon oil works to enhance the immune system. Green-lipped mussels work to support joint health. These hard-working ingredients support your dog's active, healthy life. Look at the label. We want you to. Red Barn Naturals Pet Food. Simply the best. Find it in your local pet specialty store. Try our grain-free stews, the only pet food with Red Barn bully sticks.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Pet Life Radio. This is your host, Dr. Robin Ganzert, and you're listening to this week's episode of Be Humane. This is a heartwarming, inspirational episode devoted to our men and women in service. and those four-legged hero dogs are military working dogs. I'm so honored to be at our American Humane Association Special Volunteer Day with our great friends at MWD-TSA. MWD-TSA is one of those great American inspirational groups serving the military, and I'm talking two- and four-legged military members. And I'm here with Nikki Rorick, who is the president of MWD-TSA. Nikki, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having us.
Well, Nikki, tell us a lot about MWD-TSA. This is a very special volunteer-driven group, and you do such great work. Share with our listeners what your group does.
We are an all-volunteer nonprofit. We've been serving our MWD teams since 2006. One of our main goals is to send out quarterly care packages, and we're excited to be at the AHA offices to send out our 38th consecutive care package box in coordination with AHA.
38 consecutive care package drops for servicemen and women and those war dogs at the other ends of the leash. Nikki, this has to make you so very proud of what you do every day.
We're extremely proud. We work extremely hard every day for these teams. We're extremely supportive of them, and our goal is to do everything that we can, not only with care packages, but we also support them with memorials. We do base visits, so whether they are here stateside or if they are deployed, we are totally committed to helping them out with whatever they need.
Nikki, you know, this is one of the finest nonprofit orgs I see out there, MWD-TSA. I know you have a great Facebook page, too, and I always love going to your Facebook page and your Twitter feed. It's great photos as well of our favorite hero dogs and their handlers. Talk to me a little bit about how you got involved.
Actually, I am here because of a retired military dog whose name is Luca. She had a book written about her. The book was a national bestseller by Maria Goodovich. The name of the book is Top Dog. But I saw Luca and her handler do a TV interview and immediately went to Luca's Facebook page and asked how I could get involved. And her handler directed me to MWD-TSA, and I've been here ever since.
Wow. You know, talk about a book being inspirational. By the way, I do love that book, and I think it's a great story. It's really one of those heartfelt stories, too. And, you know, we've learned at American Humane over the past few years of working in the military working dog space that a lot of Americans simply didn't know that dogs were used in these life-saving positions, that dogs were used alongside our service members. We found we had to do a lot of education to the general public about the role of MWDs.
You're right. That's another one of our main roles. We do try to do public education events because, like you said, people just are not aware that these dogs are even deployed or stateside, either way. But their job is no less important. They do a variety of work, but their noses are very well known for detecting bombs, drugs, and that's one of their primary goals when they're deployed. And we're just trying to bring public awareness to let people know that they are still there in full force.
You know, a lot of folks said, well, with withdrawing of the troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, there can't be any more war dogs out there. And I know that you and I have had conversations, Colonel Dick Baumer and I have had conversations. I understand there's just as many dogs overseas and even new kennels. Is that right?
Yes, we still have several dog teams that are out there at the very tip of the spear. They are literally leading the pack. So we're very much still, our presence is very much needed there, yes.
You know, today is a day where we're packing these beautiful packages for these handler teams, and it's Super Bowl theme. So I have to ask you, do you have a team or a dog in the hunt?
Oh, I don't, actually. My husband is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, which they're not in the Super Bowl.
I'm sorry, they're not there.
No, they're not there. But I'm from West Virginia. We don't have an NFL team there, so I guess Pittsburgh would probably be the closest. But
well, you know, my home is North Carolina, so I have to say go Panthers. But then again, we've got a lot of Bronco fans here at the association too, with staff located in Denver, Colorado. So it's going to be a great game for AHA. I think we've got Broncos and Panther fans everywhere here. And of course, I do know there's some very special Pittsburgh Steelers fans in our office too.
I think you're right. And you're probably going to have a lot of handlers that are going to receive these packages that are Bronco and Panther fans as well. Yeah.
That's exactly right. Tell us what's in the boxes today and share with us some highlights of some of the goodies.
We are very excited about this box. AHA has done a great job, phenomenal, getting some of these donations in. We try to include a lot of food and snack type items for the handlers. We have some ready rice packets that were donated. One of my favorite items in the package is a Chuck It football for the dogs.
I love
There were several bags of treats donated for the dogs. We had a t-shirt printed, a special Super Bowl t-shirt.
That's great.
And AHA was also able to get us some NFL hats. So we have those as well. The handlers are really going to like those. I think they're going to be excited to get those.
Even if it's not their favorite team hat, because we can't identify their favorite team hats, but certainly there's great teams represented in that hat. That wonderful, generous donation. And all of these items, or most of these items, have been donated to the cause. You know, Nikki, your organization is so, again, inspirational. Please share with our listeners how they can find out more about MWDTSA.
You can visit any of our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website is mwdtsa.org, and you can click a button, sign up to volunteer with us. You can donate through PayPal, but if you have any direct questions, there's also a phone number and an email listed. We would love to have some new volunteers. We really encourage you to visit the website, see what we're up to, and we also have a newsletter you can subscribe to. It's a free monthly e-newsletter, and it's award-winning, by the way. We've gotten awards for that, which is great. Our editors are really great. But yes, please visit our website and just, see what we're about.
That's great. And I know on behalf of American Humane Association, we're honored to be your partner. We issue a grant every year to MWDTSA to pay for the postage of these care packages because we share in your heartfelt mission, and that is to provide a little package of love, hope, and compassion to those serving on the front lines. Nikki, so proud to know you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you. That grant is really great. As you could imagine, we spend a lot of money in postage every year, so that is extremely helpful to us. So really, thank you again.
Thank you. This is Dr. Robin Ganser. You'll be inspired by the rest of this episode, I can tell you, listeners, from our volunteers who are coming in today to help really build this package full of hope and love for those serving on the front lines. This is Dr. Robin Ganser. You're listening to Pet Life Radio. This is a Be Humane show. I guarantee this is a heartwarming day here in the AHA headquarters as we're packing care packages for servicemen and women and the military working dogs who really help keep our service members safe in the lines of war and terror. I'm here with Dave. Dave, you're a volunteer today. Tell us about what you've just done.
I have packed or attempted to pack a box that is full of goodies for both the soldier and for the military working dog. So an example of some of the things we have in here are a blanket, some treats, some dental care kits, some nail clippers, a cookie. It looks like a Bowser beer, which is a non-alcoholic beer for a dog, and lots of other great treats to send to these hero teams serving our country abroad.
This is a Super Bowl theme, so I know there's even a Super Bowl cap in here.
And of course, I had to pick Chicago Bears as a proud Chicago Bears fan. Not their season, but it was...
Yeah, definitely not their season. They're not there, but it's all great. This is a great box full of a lot of love. What do you think if you were in Iraq or Afghanistan, you got a box like this, what would you say?
I would think this is a really special treat, thinking not only of the soldier, but also of the dog that the soldier is handling. I think it would be a wonderful treat to get, and I hope they enjoy it, and I hope they appreciate this as much as we appreciate their service.
Well, Dave, thank you so much for all you're doing. I'm here with Sean Taylor. He's a staffer at Congressman Richard Hudson's office. Listeners, as you recall, Congressman Hudson's been on this radio show before when we were talking about the movie Max, and certainly Congressman Hudson's, one of his near and dear to his heart issues has been veterans, military service members, and certainly the war dogs who are serving on the front lines. Sean, it's been great to have you at our care packing party today. How are you?
Doing great. Happy to be here and be able to take some time out of the day to spend with y'all for such a noble cause. It's really great to be here.
It is a noble cause, and I know the Congressman nearly and dearly loves the work of military dogs. Can you share with our listeners Congressman Hudson's his passion for this issue?
Yeah, with all of the working dogs that go overseas with our men and women in service, it's really something that's touched his heart, and we've done some work in the office to help reconnect those dogs with the service members that they work with. And so when the opportunity came in our back door to help again, we had to come out.
Well, listeners, you recall that Congressman Richard Hudson from the great state of North Carolina was a champion with our military working dog provisions in the National Defense Authorization Act. And on Thanksgiving Eve, the president signed it into law requiring all MWDs to be retired on U.S. soil and be reunited as a first priority with their former handler. I know Congressman Hudson is a proud American, a great patriot, and this issue was one of those ones that he really wanted to see come to fruition. I know that had to be a great day in your office as it was in the offices of American Humane.
That's it. Anytime really that we can help our men and women that serve and their companions with them on a daily basis that work so hard to protect our freedoms here, it's great to get those victories for them. It may seem small, but we know it makes a big difference in their lives.
Sean, these boxes are adorable. What's some of your favorite items that are going in these care packages?
Oh, it's got to be the football, the little play football for the dog. I know that can be a big stress relief, not only for the dog, but for their companion there with them. And so hopefully they get some good use out of it there.
Well, I noticed that the NFL caps didn't include a Carolina Panthers cap, right?
That's right. You know, those are flying off the shelves right now, so hard to get, but we know who we'll be rooting for this weekend.
That's exactly right. Super Bowl's coming up, and I know Congressman Hudson and his entire staff will be rooting for the Panthers.
That's right. Go Panthers.
That's great. Well, Sean, you are, I think, just an example of, the best and the brightest in this country, serving and working on the Hill. Tell me how it's been for you to be so close to these issues as a member of a congressional office staff.
It's exciting. It's always been a passion of mine to come up here in D.C. and work on the issues. And when you have a member of Congress like Congressman Hudson that's just so passionate about what he does, that his office and our office exists to serve the people of the 8th District. And it's not about politics. It's not about anything else. It's about people helping people. And to come up and be able to do that day in and day out is amazing, and I love it.
Well, listeners, you've been part of a very special episode this week, our care packing party here in the nation's capital, as we put together boxes of hope, compassion, and love for those serving at the tip of the spear in the most unimaginable of circumstances, our service members and their incredible military working dogs. Sean, thanks for being part of today.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. This is Dr. Robin Ganzert. We'll be right back after this brief message.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
It's designerpetsweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit designerpetsweaters.com to order your four-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. designerpetsweaters.com.
You love your dog and getting kisses from them, but their breath can be downright stanky. Knock out their smelly breath with Stank Be Gone. Stank Be Gone is made with natural ingredients to eliminate their bad breath while helping to reduce plaque and tartar. Just add a capful to your dog's drinking water. Stank Be Gone is only $19.95. Use promo code STANK to receive a second bottle for just $5. Go to stankbegone.com today. That's stankbegone.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
We're in the middle of the packing frenzy as we pack packages of hope and compassion for our military working dogs and their handlers overseas. I'm here with Chris. Chris, what are you doing?
I'm helping pack in some gummy bears, some nail clippers, and other essential items for these dogs and the handlers.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great.
Certainly, lots of great boxes here. What are you doing, sweetheart?
I'm packing up boxes to give to dogs and servicemen.
This is a great volunteer service, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And you've been out of school, right?
Yes, I have. So this is good work to do over the break.
Over the break and the snow break, right?
Yes.
When do you go back to school?
Hopefully tomorrow. Actually, not hopefully tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow or next week.
Great. Well, we're so glad to have you here. Thanks for making your box look so great. I think someone's going to be really happy when they open it.
Yes, I hope they enjoy it.
Great. We're back in the middle of the packing room here with some hot chocolate, Swiss Miss hot chocolate, and Jessie. Jessie, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So talk to us about what you have in your box here today.
So we have a lot of stuff for the handlers and for the dogs that will make them happy, except for maybe if they're not a San Diego Chargers fan. Then they're just going to be stuck with a hat. But maybe they'll make a friend or something on the base. Yeah, so it's just a little package from home to make them feel warm and fuzzy inside.
That's great. And great treats for the dogs, too.
Yes, and having lived overseas, I know that these are really, really nice to get. So
when I look at this, I see the hot chocolate. So I know the hot chocolate's going to be great because it's winter there, too, right?
Yes.
And how about the pedigree dog treats? These are some of my favorites for my dogs, the Stacker Sticks.
Right, and the ready rice is excellent because you don't even need, you just put it in a microwave or whatever. They're great.
So a nice little extra meal. And, of course, I love the gummy bears, too.
I've actually never tried them, but they smell good.
Yeah, and great energy, vitamins, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and Altoids, everybody needs fresh breath all the time.
Especially after the hot chocolate, I'm sure. That's
or
great.
The bacon bits.
Well, Jessie, what have you noticed today? We've had dozens of people in and out of this room doing packages. It's rather remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really fantastic. The energy is amazing. Everybody's really, really helpful and eager to just step in wherever, and it's been great.
Well, Jessie, thanks for all you're doing. I'm here with Connor. Connor, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. Tell me what you've been doing.
I have been sorting the boxes, so making sure all the little parts fit together so we can close them up and ship them off.
So we're going to ship them off overseas. What do you think someone's going to think when they get this beautiful box of goodies?
I think it's going to be really exciting. There's things for handlers and the dogs, and it's just a nice, care package with everything they would need, and I think it'll be really exciting for them.
That's great. We've had a lot of wonderful volunteers and staffers here today doing some great work. It's great to see everybody come together for our military members.
It really is. It's awesome how excited everybody is, and it's just a feel-good activity.
That's great, especially coming after this big snowstorm here in Washington, right?
Yeah, really. It's a nice break.
That's great. Well, I'll let you get back to your boxing and packing, and thanks so much for coming out.
Perfect. Thank you, Robin.
We're here at our care packing party. What an incredible episode. You've met so many volunteers who are here. I met Nikki, who's the president of MWD-TSA, and I'm so proud to introduce you to Allison Merrill, a board member of MWD-TSA, who's been here helping us to orchestrate their 38th care packing party. Again, these are beautiful packages of hope and love that we'll be sending overseas to dog handlers and their incredible military working dogs. Allison, how are you today?
Very good. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here, and it's just a lot of fun to come to D.C. from snowy Michigan, although you guys are snowed in right now too, but it's an honor and pleasure to be here to pack these boxes for the dogs. So.
Well, Allison, I tell you, this has been so far a great day. We've gotten a lot of boxes done in a record amount of time, right?
Yes. Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, you have quite the crew here working and volunteering for us, so it's a great turnout today. It really helps the boxes get shifted along their way and get off to the handlers faster. So it's a great day today.
Tell us, how did you get involved? What motivated you to be a board member of MWD-TSA?
Well, I was asked. I never really, when I started volunteering with the organization, I never really set out to say, hey, I want to be on the board one day. And maybe in the back of my mind it was there. I really just wanted to get in and be a dirty volunteer, get my hands dirty, do a lot of fundraising, do care pack events. And they just liked what they saw, I guess, in me. And so we did have a vacancy on the board, and they asked me to join. And I, of course, without hesitation, just said yes. Not knowing fully what I was getting into with being on the board, but it's been a very wonderful experience, very rewarding. And it's really what drives me every day to do what I do. So a lot of fun.
That's wonderful. How did you get so passionate about this issue? What was your personal inspiration that brought you here today?
Well, I come from a military family. I don't have any dog handlers in my family that I know of, but I've had shepherds my whole life. I right now have 3 shepherds, and I should say 3.5. I actually am very good friends with a dog handler that's in the Air Force, and I met him last year when I reunited him with his dog that I fostered for 8 months. And so I have a personal connection with him, and that bond there just kind of really drives it home harder for me. Seeing him with his personal dog that he allowed and trusted me to take care of without even meeting me, only through our organization, and then knowing that he was overseas serving with his dog, that just having that personal connection right there, that really drove me to want to continue doing what we're doing. And I have insight and get to talk to a person about it. But we do get letters and cards and photos from the handlers. And that's really what makes me, at the end of the day, really want to drive harder for the fundraising, get the care packs done, get as many awesome items as we can off to them. Just a picture alone that they send back, that just, it warms your heart. So
American Humane is so honored to be a partner with MWD-TSA. What a great partnership we have. We're paying for the grant for the postage for this year. Look for that to be a long-term relationship, and also asking our friends and donors too to contribute generously to these packages of hope and love.
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's what really how we survive, is having donors and people that raise money for us. I mean, we wouldn't be able to have these awesome items for the dog and the handler if it wasn't for the donors and the volunteers that come out each day to help pack the items that we get donated. So, and thank you again for having us.
Oh, well, I want to ask you, what's your favorite item in these boxes?
Well, it would have been a Detroit Lions hat because I am a Lions fan, but I don't see any Lions hats over there. The Chuck It football, the mugs that we send, the toy and the mug and the T-shirt are always a favorite among the handlers. I'm sure the blankets they're going to love. I think this is the first time we're sending a blanket. We might have done it once, but I'm not quite sure. But the dog toy is always a hit. And then the handlers love posing with the mugs and the T-shirts and sending us those photos. So those are always a hit with them and with me. So yep.
Absolutely. I just love all the items. I think they're so amazing. I especially love the fact we have ready rice, so that's easy for them to make. A nice hearty meal. Hot chocolate. I love the fact we've got the little gummy bears that are the energy gummy bears. But you know what we've talked a lot about? The Bowser beer.
Oh, yes. The dog that I just mentioned that I fostered, you can go on their website and order a custom label. It was wonderful, this group, to donate this Bowser beer for the handlers. That I'm sure will be a hit because it definitely ties in with the football theme. But you can make custom labels. And so I actually made Tank, the shepherd that I fostered, a custom label. And so when his dad came home from deployment, they could have a beer together and celebrate. So
I think that's awesome. Well, I tell you what I think is so great is that this care packing theme is the Super Bowl. Yep. And, we've got Broncos versus Panthers. When we just heard from Congressman Hudson's office, of course, they're big Panthers fans. How about you? Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl?
I really like the Panthers, but I think I want to see Peyton go out with a victory. I think Cam Newton definitely probably deserves it after the season he's had, but it would be nice to see Peyton Manning go out with a win because it does sound like this will be the end of his career. So I'd be happy with either.
But very well said politically. But I know it is going to be a great battle of quarterbacks on the field for the Super Bowl. I know our handlers will be watching it as they're able and hearing the scores and rooting for their favorite teams too. And this package, I think, will be such a wonderful gift to them.
Yes, definitely. And hopefully it should be there right before the Super Bowl happens. So they will, have all the football goodies to celebrate with their dogs. So be a nice touch.
That's great. Well, Allison, thank you so much for your passion and your engagement as a board leader of MWD-TSA. We're so proud to know you, proud of what you do for this cause, and proud of what you do for America. So thank you.
Yes, thank you for having us. It's been just an awesome experience today to be here in D.C. and be with your group. So thank you again.
Thank you. This is Dr. Robin Ganser. I'm here with Rob, who's a volunteer with MWD-TSA. How are you, Rob?
Outstanding. Great to be here.
Well, this is your first care packing party, as it's mine. What are you thinking about this entire experience?
It is one of the most fulfilling experiences I've done as a volunteer for MWD-TSA, who this is our 38th packing, going back 10 years. I just feel privileged to be in hands-on helping those that are serving overseas, both human and canine.
That's what it's all about, the human and canine service members and their incredible work that they do. They put their lives literally on the line to help keep all of us safe. We were doing our opening remarks earlier, welcoming all of our volunteers to today's packing party. And I said we're the home of the free because of the brave. And for me and for you, I know it means so much to think about what these men and women are doing and these animals putting their lives in danger.
Yes, absolutely. 2 years ago, I had no idea what they did. I know what soldiers do, didn't know what the dogs did, and I was encouraged by reading a wonderful 2 books written by the same author that explained the whole process of not only the training of the canines, how specifically they're treated and how they're deployed and what they actually do and how many lives they save, both civilian and military.
You know, they do save so many lives, allowing more men and women to come home as fathers, mothers, sons and daughters. And that does mean so much as we think about their service. We want them to come back home and to be part of our fabric of our communities. These dogs, we also want to come back home. And I know you've been a tremendous advocate and you've been a champion for these dogs being retired on U.S. soil. I know you know about AHA's big victory Thanksgiving Eve when the president finally signed into law, which allows, I think, more clarification of Robbie's law, really mandating that these dogs get retired on U.S. soil. You know, it's about time, don't you think?
Absolutely. And if folks, are students of history, they realize, unfortunately, during Vietnam, we left these canines behind. And this is just so thrilling to know that they're not equipment, that they actually live and breathe and work and serve. And they are so much a part of the lives of the military service people there and the families that eventually get to adopt them here on U.S. soil.
Tell me about dogs you have at home. I know you've got some special animals in your own home.
Yes, I do. We have Rani and Raja, Maharani and Maharaja, the king and the queen of our house. They take care and dote over my 2.5-year-old daughter. So it's a great synergy. I feel a little sad that I'm not there with them now, but we're on doggy cams, and actually one of our wonderful benefactors of some dog treats today that specializes in two-way cameras allowed me to communicate with them and drop them some treats today.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, Rob, thank you for being a volunteer today. Thank you for your engagement with this very special project, and thanks for all you do for MWD-TSA and now AHA.
Thank you so much for the privilege of coming here, and thank you for allowing us to utilize your beautiful facility, and we look forward to working with you many times down the road.
We do too, and pizza's coming for all of our volunteers very soon, so we have more food and reinforcements on the way.
Outstanding. Pizza's my favorite, and dogs.
Mine too. Thank you, Rob. Well, today's packing party was just an outstanding celebration of heroes on both ends of the leash. This packing party was a celebration of the hundreds of military dog teams serving on U.S. military bases around the world. And it's also a reminder to all of us that these teams are really doing so much in terms of sacrificing for the safety and well-being of our country. Some of these teams only have a rucksack to live out for weeks at a time. And so American Humane Association has teamed up with the fine organization, Military Working Dog Team Support Association, MWD-TSA, provide these compassionate care packages to these heroes on both ends of the leash. These packages contain vital necessities as well as the comforts of home. And this theme of this packing party was, of course, the Super Bowl. You know, our organizations came together in collaboration, and we were coming together to celebrate, of course, these heroes on both ends of the leash. And we had special volunteers from other fine organizations, such as ABC News, who came out to help us pack these care packages. And staffers from Congressman Richard Hudson's office also came by to help us prepare these packages. And I tell you, what a great afternoon it's been. We packaged up almost 200 care packages. Each were assembled and shipped. And certainly, what I have to tell you, there's a lot of joy inside. You know, America's brave military working dog teams live, fight, and sleep with their human handlers, and they forge a bond that cannot easily be broken. These teams save an estimated 150 to 200 service members, both on and off the battlefield. And it's really our duty, and in fact today it's been our pleasure to support these battle buddy teams that help keep America safe. You know, American Humane Association is honored to work with the MWD-TSA to provide for these care packages to active duty military dog teams. And today has been, again, a day of joy as we've come together to celebrate their service to our country and pay tribute to it while we've been boxing up these incredible provisions for their patriotic pups and the military personnel. MWD-TSA, by the way, is celebrating its 10th anniversary of supporting both ends of the leash. MWD TSA is an all-volunteer organization with the mission to support both ends of the leash. This group, just in 2014 alone, sent 518 care packages to more than 1,000 dogs and handler teams who really were supported by these packages sent from home with love. We're excited because in the year ahead, we're going to continue to support the fine work of MWD TSA. We're going to be involved in more care packing parties, and certainly AHA is providing a generous grant to support all postage to ensure that these packages get to these heroes on both ends of the leash. To learn more about Military Working Dog Support Association, please visit www.mwdtsa.org, and certainly to learn more about American Humane Association and our Battle Buddies programs, you can visit www.americanhumane.org. Again, thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Be Humane on Pet Life Radio. Remember this week and every week to be humane. Tune in next week for another exciting episode, live from a very special event. Thank you so much for joining us.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.